Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Charles, your favorite spot for coin lovers and curious collectors. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1974 United States half dollar, a coin that's been in circulation for decades, but did you know it might be worth more than just 50 cents? Let's find out together. The 1974 half dollar is part of the Kennedy half dollar series, one of the most iconic coins in American history. It was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy was tragically assassinated. This coin became an instant tribute to his legacy. The front side, or obverse, features a bold portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile is strong and detailed, facing left. Flip the coin, and on the reverse, you'll find a beautiful image of the presidential seal, an eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing war and peace. This side was designed by Frank Gasparo. Here's how many were made in 1974, Philadelphia, 201 million coins Denver, 79 million coins San Francisco, 2.6 million proof coins from 1971 onward. The Kennedy half dollar was made with a copper-nickel clad composition. That means the coin has an inner layer of pure copper and outer layers of copper-nickel alloy. No silver here, unless you're looking at special edition coins from earlier years like 1964 or some rare 1976 bicentennials. If you have a 1974 half dollar that's been circulated, meaning it's been used and shows signs of wear, it's typically worth around 50 cents to $1. Yeah, not too exciting. But don't give up yet. There are some 1974 coins that are worth more. Let's talk about coins in uncirculated or proof condition. These are coins that were either never used or specially made for collectors. A 1974 D in MS65 condition, that's mint state, very high quality, can sell $4.05 to $1.15 or more depending on market. A 1974 S-proof coin can fetch $4 to $10, again depending on condition. And if you're lucky enough to have a MS67 or MS68 coin, the price jumps. Some have sold $4.100 to $300 at auction. But they need to be graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC to reach those values. Now this is where things get fun: coin errors. Always double-check your 1974 half dollar for unusual features like doubled die obverse, where the letters look doubled, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing, wrong planchet errors. These rare errors can sell from $50 to several $100 depending on the rarity and condition. So, is the 1974 half dollar a hidden treasure? In most cases, it's a fun piece of history worth about its face value, but if you find one in pristine condition, or with a rare error, it could be worth a lot more. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is part of the Kennedy half dollar series, a coin introduced as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. The series has become one of the most iconic and enduring coin series in American numismatics. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, just months after the assassination of President Kennedy on November 22, 1963. The U.S. government decided to honor the late president by replacing the Benjamin Franklin half dollar with a new design. The chief engraver of the U.S. Mint designed the obverse, front, side of the coin, which features a profile portrait of John F. Kennedy, facing left. The image of Kennedy was chosen because it was both iconic and fitting for a coin dedicated to a president who symbolized American optimism. The Mint's engraver designed the reverse, back, side, which features an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, a traditional symbol of peace and strength in the United States. The coin's debut was monumental, and it became an immediate favorite of Americans, both as a tribute to a beloved leader and as a valuable piece of history. Initially, the Kennedy half dollar ** was minted in 90% silver, but in 1965, due to rising silver prices and a national coin shortage, the U.S. government transitioned the coin to a clad composition, a core of copper and nickel alloy. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is part of this transition, featuring the clad composition, a copper-nickel alloy exterior with a copper core, unlike earlier years that were made of mostly silver. In 1974, the United States Mint produced a significant number of half dollars at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins minted at Philadelphia did not have a mint mark. Denver coins were marked with a small D mint mark. San Francisco minted proof coins with an S mint mark, intended for collectors and special sets. The 1974 issue was notable for the large number of coins struck, totaling about 280 million half dollars, a massive number considering the coin was no longer in high circulation by the 1970s. In the 1970s, there was a decline in the circulation of half dollars due to the growing use of paper money, and people began hoarding coins. This led to the half dollar being less commonly used in daily transactions by the 1980s. The coin's primary role became one of collectability rather than regular currency in circulation. However, many of the coins continued to be produced, albeit in lower numbers. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is part of the ongoing Kennedy half dollar series, which has continued to be minted in various years, though production has decreased over the decades. Today, the 1974 half dollar is a popular collector's item, particularly in uncirculated and proof conditions. But its intrinsic value has remained relatively low compared to its silver predecessors. While the 1974 coin itself is not made of silver, certain error coins or high-grade specimens can be valuable, and the coin's historical significance as a tribute to President Kennedy makes it an attractive addition to many collections. The Kennedy half dollar has continued to be minted sporadically in later years, primarily for collectors and commemorative purposes, but it has never regained widespread circulation. *** 1974 ***, in particular, marks a significant year as the coin was struck during a pivotal moment when the country was moving away from silver coins. However, the Kennedy half dollar continues to be a lasting symbol of a president's legacy and the history of American coinage. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value, especially for collectors. When discussing the 1974 United States half dollar, there are a few key terms and categories used to assess its condition or grade, which can significantly affect its worth. The grade of a coin refers to its physical condition, and it's determined based on several factors, including wear, scratch marks, and other imperfections. Coins are usually graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin can be, especially for collectors. Here's a breakdown of how the 1974 Kennedy half dollar might be graded. These are coins that have significant wear and tear. Most of the design details are worn away, making it difficult to distinguish specific features. The coin may have deep scratches, dents, or other damage. For a 1974 Kennedy half dollar in poor to fair condition, the value will be close to its face value, 50 cents. The coin is generally not sought after by collectors unless it's part of a very low mintage or error coin. The coin shows heavy wear, but the main design features are still visible. The date, mint mark, and inscriptions on the coin are legible, though they may be worn down. The profile of Kennedy and the eagle design on the reverse will be visible but faint. ***. In good to very good condition, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar still retains some collector value but is typically worth slightly above face value. Expect it to be valued at $1 to $2 depending on the extent of wear and the overall visual appeal. In this condition, the coin shows moderate wear but the key details of the design are still clearly visible. The coin will have some flatness on the highest points, but Kennedy's portrait and the eagle on the reverse should be easily recognizable. ***. A 1974 Kennedy half dollar in fine to very fine condition will be worth $3 to $6. The coin is becoming more attractive to collectors in this range, though it still remains relatively affordable. The coin shows only minor wear, with almost all design details still visible. The high points, such as the hair on Kennedy's head and the eagle's wings, may show just a hint of wear. This grade indicates the coin has been circulated but barely, and it will have a sharp, attractive appearance. 1974 Kennedy half dollar in extremely fine to about uncirculated condition could be worth $7 to $15 or more, depending on its exact appearance. Coins in this range are often desirable for collectors, as they are still relatively affordable but much more visually appealing. Coins that are in mint state have never been used in circulation and show little to no signs of wear. These coins will have sharp, detailed designs, and the surfaces should be relatively smooth, with few scratches or imperfections. The higher the grade, closer to MS-70, the closer the coin will look to being perfect. These coins are in mint state but may have minor imperfections, such as small scratches or slight abrasions. They may still have great eye appeal for collectors. These coins show only very minor imperfections and are considered excellent for collectors, depending on market demand and the condition. Coins at MS-68 or MS-69 are especially sought after, and their value can rise considerably. The 1974 San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which were specially struck for collectors. Proof coins have a much higher level of quality than regular circulation coins, with a mirrored finish and deep, frosted designs. The proof 1974 Kennedy half-dollar has a sharp contrast between the frosted design and the mirrored background, making it a highly prized collectible. 1974 S-proof half-dollar in proof 65 or higher can be worth $5 to $20, and those in PR70 condition, especially if they are deep cameo, DCAM, can fetch $50 to $100 or more. Coins minted in San Francisco, as proof coins are generally any errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can dramatically increase the value of a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. These error coins can sometimes high-grade *** coins, especially those rated MS-65 or higher, are often more valuable due to their rarity and the difficulty of finding them in excellent condition. In summary, the condition of a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is crucial in determining its value. Coins in circulated condition, from good to very fine, will generally be worth close to face value or a few dollars more. However, coins that are in uncirculated or proof condition can be worth $5 to $100 or more, with errors or high-grade specimens fetching even higher prices. Always keep an eye out for rare mistakes or pristine examples if you're looking to make a valuable discovery.